It's official. CD Projekt Red announces that the remake of the original Witcher is going to be open world. Let's talk about it. A couple weeks ago, I made a report that CD Projekt Red was going to do a remake of the original Witcher game. If you never played the original Witcher, it's a different beast compared to The Witcher 3. The vast majority of people out there probably played The Witcher 3, and when they heard the news of Witcher being open world, they're probably like, oh, of course it's going to be open world, because Witcher 3 was open world. Well, Witcher 1 really wasn't. If you ever played something like Dragon Age Origins, or something of that nature, where you go from section to section and you do all the missions in one section and the storyline eventually takes you someplace else, that's what The Witcher 1 was mainly like. The real open world didn't come until The Witcher 3. So having this remake in a completely modern reimagining, and that's what CD Projekt Red has stated, this is going to be a modern reimagining of The Witcher 1. I'm very excited about it because the story in The Witcher 1 was very interesting, and there was a couple things that were kind of set in stone when it comes to the pacing of the story based on the development and the style of game. So now making it open world, there might be a couple weird changes in the story they have to account for, and I want to see how they do it. And again, if anyone has played the original Witcher and remembers some of the key story arcs, you know that certain areas had major events happen, which the old way of them doing the story really fit that pacing. While open world, you have a little bit more freedom and you can, jump from one thing to another. So they really got to sit there and kind of figure out how are they going to reconfigure the story to work with open world, which I'm pretty sure they can do fairly well. My only worry, to be extremely honest, is that when The Witcher 3 released and all the other Witchers, when they first released, they were kind of a mess. The Witcher 3, not as much, but it still was there was still some major issues with the original Witcher 3. And over time, they patched it and got better. It wasn't like Cyberpunk 2077 levels, but it was pretty bad. But here's the thing. With Unreal Engine 5, I think they're going to sit down and really do well with this engine. Everyone that I know that it's in the game dev space that has worked at least a little bit with the brand new Unreal Engine, they're stating that this engine could do pretty remarkable things that no one has even touched what this thing can actually do yet, because you might need a super video card or super processor to even run this thing on its highest settings. And I don't mean graphically, I'm just talking about the processes, the AI, and all the tools that Unreal Engine has. So while I know the game is probably going to look gorgeous and probably have great animation, I want to see how they're going to use AI tools to make the enemies smarter, to make the bad guys smarter, to make the monsters even more devious compared to The Witcher 3, because I think that'll be the real key component of the remake of The Witcher, of having these monsters, who a lot of them are sentient, be real threats, be thinking threats. And now with the new technology that's out on the hardware side, and of course with Unreal Engine 5, if they have the time to really tap into it, and a lot of the AI tools that are out there for game devs, I think they could do something pretty special and not only reintroduce people to the Witcher series, but show them like the entire Witcher series from 1, the eventual 2 remake, and by that time they'll probably remake 3, so that way they could triple dip or double dip on the Witcher 3 success. But it does get me worried because, again, Unreal Engine 5 is still pretty young, and while it is a great engine, it's still a young engine, and anyone who's done any type of game development in their life or worked with any software in his life, even if it's great software, the early versions, there are always going to be some weird tweaks and bugs and things of that nature. So I hope when it does release, my guess is 2025, when it releases, that we see something that is a lot more secure. And I think with Cyberpunk 2077, they learned that lesson pretty hard. And I don't think CD Projekt Red is going to mess up with their cash cow. You can't have hubris after what happened to Cyberpunk 2077. While now, Cyberpunk 2077 is actually a really good game, and the patches have really made the game something that it should have been from the very start, we can't do that again with the Witcher series. And CD Projekt Red knows this. So hopefully the remake of The Witcher comes out for the most part as stable as possible and is everything that we hoped it to be. But what are your thoughts? Are you excited for the original Witcher? Have you ever played the original Witcher? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for being awesome.